Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. We also encourage you to share your comments in the comments section below and let us know what you think about the issue under discussion and any other issue you may want us to discuss in the future. We finally have word that R. Kelly has formally informed a federal court that he intends to appeal his conviction. It has been long overdue. The R&B King is currently detained at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Chicago, having been charged and slapped a 30-year prison sentence, after allegedly being found guilty in New York in September 2021. Kelly's lawyer, Jennifer Bonjean, had announced publicly, immediately after sentencing, that an appeal was inevitable. But there has been silence from the R. Kelly legal camp since, which had already started raising some concerns. On Monday, R. Kelly's defense attorney, Jennifer, filed a notice of appeal, which did not specifically state on what grounds Kelly intended to challenge the verdict and the 30-year prison sentence he was given after he was found guilty September last year. Although the grounds for appeal are not mentioned in this notice, we all know Jennifer has always argued that the decision by prosecution to impose racketeering charges was overreaching and completely unjust. She maintains that there was no RICO or Racketeering Act violation, and that whatever allegations shared were isolated events that happened many years ago, and the government simply tried to plead around the statute of limitations to bring it in a RICO charge, which was inappropriate. All I can tell you is there was no enterprise. There was no enterprise. It was one man with allegations by a number of women, which doesn't make it an enterprise, and that is why he's not guilty of racketeering. Bonjean added she was excited about the appeal and confident their arguments will persuade the Court of Appeals. The defense cast many of R. Kelly's alleged victims as groupies who willingly went along with Kelly's demands and said, prosecutors misapplied racketeering statutes to Kelly's case. Bonjean had expressed similar sentiments in February last year in the 62-page motion she had earlier prepared for judgment of acquittal. Invigorated by an influential social movement determined to punish centuries of male misbehavior through symbolic prosecutions of high-profile men, the government brought a RICO prosecution against the defendant that was absurdly remote from the drafter's intent. A detached and unemotional review of the evidence in this case shows that the government presented an overabundance of bad character evidence to compensate for its insufficient proofs of the specific elements of RICO and the Mann Act. The previous defense filing read in part: despite all these claims, the U.S. Attorney Breon Peace, who was the prosecutor in the case, and Steve Francis, the acting executive associate director for the U.S. Homeland Security Investigations, shamelessly attributed the outcome of the case to the bravery of the alleged victims who came forward, labeling R. Kelly a calculating manipulator that could have probably continued his crimes for more than 30 years. This appeal filing comes in timely, at a time when most of R. Kelly fans and supporters had started raising concerns about the loud silence from R. Kelly's legal team about the long-awaited appeal and when it would be coming through. They are all eager to see R. Kelly out as soon as possible, hopefully, in time for Christmas. Upon sentencing, R. Kelly was temporarily placed on suicide watch but the Metropolitan Correctional Center, but was equally quick to get him off the watch following pressure from his legal team. R. Kelly, through his attorneys, had vowed to launch a civil lawsuit over what was referred to as an unfair decision targeting him based on his status. The complaint also claimed that when Kelly's attorneys phoned the prison facility to inquire about his status after his sentencing, staff members laughed and were exceedingly disrespectful, repeatedly hanging up on them. Now that the intentions to appeal are official, we can be hopeful that this has triggered the long-awaited appeal process, and we expect to very soon see Bonjean share an appellate brief, in which she will argue R. Kelly's reasons for appeal. R. Kelly's fan camp equally welcomed the news with pomp, with many saying they expected Jennifer to formally express R. Kelly's interest to appeal even sooner. Leah says, We have been waiting for this moment every single day since that unfair sentencing day. It is high time a fair, uncompromised and objective jury listen to this case. The appeal will expose the unfairness in the accusations against the R&B king, and am convinced the jury will agree to overturn the sentence and let R. Kelly free. We are all excited about this and can't wait to see the actual appeal start and follow through with the whole process that will see R. Kelly free at last. Dennis says, "This move has now triggered the highly anticipated appeal process and we are much looking forward to it. This will be an appeal like no other. One to remember through history. It is an appeal that will see the R&B king, who was wrongly convicted, set free, giving him a chance to continue serving the world with more of his soothing hits. R. Kelly still has a strong music career potential ahead of him and was still creating good music before he was arrested. After his release, I hope he will continue to treat our ears to his good music and wonderful, soothing melodies. As for now, let's all keep praying for our brother and believe that the appeal is gonna go our way and we shall be seeing R. Kelly, a free man, sooner than we imagined. I trust Jennifer to do a very good job at this." Nikki says, "It is high time the appeal started and we get this over with. R. Kelly has been in jail innocently for a long time now, and he should not be facing this level of unfairness. I pray that R. Kelly's lawyers put on a serious fight in this appeal and earn him the long-awaited freedom. It is very unfortunate that R. Kelly is even in prison today, because it is clear to the whole world that this was merely a ploy against him by his accusers and he is not supposed to have been in prison for even one day. R. Kelly was just taken advantage of for having a very big heart, and that is why he was embracing everyone close to him, but when you look at the allegations closely, you realize he is an innocent man that deserves to be free, doing what he does best. That is, making his good music that has touched everyone around the world. Let us all take some time to pray for R. Kelly and hope that he gets his well-deserved freedom soon." Well, that's all we had for you today. If you have any comment about how you feel, knowing that R. Kelly's appeal has finally been formally triggered by his legal team, please share it with us in the comments section below. We respect your honest opinion. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.